Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with Barefoot and Bloom. Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to share some tips with you guys on seed organizing hacks. Don't mind the blue light from the computer because I can't make it go away. So I almost did not make this video because my seed storage is not beautiful, it's not elaborate, it's not complicated. And then I realized maybe that's why I should, because it's actually helpful. And maybe someone out there needs to hear this information. So I have been gardening for 10 years this year, and I absolutely love gardening, but this is what I have found to be the most efficient, helpful, useful, and easiest to maintain. Once upon a time, I did the binder method. I had labels. I had all sorts of things. What I do is I have them in these two little bins. These are the really cheap, really cheap thin plastic from Dollar General. So these are maybe $2 each. And I keep them in two sections because I have vegetables in one, and then this one is my flower one. And you can actually hear there's some like loose seeds down in there. But the way that I maintain organization is just by having my varieties split. So flowers and herbs live in here. And this is so helpful for me because like if I'm going to start my summer vegetable crops like tomatoes, peppers, whatever, I don't even have to look in here. I'll just go to my other one. Here's my vegetable one. It's a lot fuller because I grow a lot of different things and I experiment with different things. Now, like I said, once upon a time, I used to have these stacked in here so that like everything was facing forward, and just throughout the season, you know, things get disorganized. But the thing is like, these do not have to be in here perfectly for me to do my job as a gardener and for it to be stress-free. This does not stress me out. So hopefully it wouldn't you either. The thing is if I'm looking for a specific type of tomato seed, okay, yeah, maybe I've got to pick up half of them and sort through them. And I usually am kind of going like this. Doop, doop, doop. And I'm just looking at each one. It's still, even if it's the very last one on the bottom, it's not going to take me very long to find what I need. It's not complicated. It works so well. And if you have a smaller seed collection, you could even do like smaller boxes, or your whole seed collection could go in here. And then say that you want to keep them in here, but you want there to be some sort of division. Y'all, get a piece of printer paper, fold it in half or in quarters, stick it in between. Stick it in between. And then you've got flowers, herbs, vegetables. Or if you want to color code it, go for it. You know, if organization makes you happy and it makes gardening less stressful, then do it. But if organizing a seed collection in a very specific, vibey way makes you stressed out because one, it's difficult, two, it's impossible to maintain consistently, or three, it's a wreck at the end of the season and you feel like a failure, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just keep them somewhere where you know where they're at, so you're not hunting down seeds. Another thing that I do is I actually keep some this time of year on my desk. So you can see this is my actual working desk with all my stuff. And this right here, these two seed packets I pulled out today, which is why those were even on my desk, because these do not live in my office. And these are the next ones I'm going to start anytime in the next week. I've just got them laid out here as my reminder. Ashwagandha and leeks have a long germination period and a slow, long growing cycle when they're little seedlings. So I'm getting them started here real soon in January. So that's my other little system I do, is I just only set out the ones I need to. Everything else can go back where it belongs. I've just not put it there yet. So that leads into my tips about seed storage. One of the most, well, there's a few really important things, but one of the most important things about your seed storage is the temperature. Okay. So once upon a time, I don't know what happened, but my similar looking seed box ended up in our storage building. which is fine until the storage building goes through a heat wave or frost. Either way, not good for seeds. They need a regular cool temperature. Some seeds, when it gets like to a warmth that they like, they don't even need soil to germinate. So you don't want your stuff germinating in your containers. And also some of them, conversely, if they get really cold, they could die off. Now, not all of them. That's kind of like a quirk for some seeds, because a lot of old timers will tell you, if you want your seeds to last a long time, store them in the freezer. I actually currently have seeds in the freezer that my husband put in there. So I like to keep mine at just a regular temperature, 40 to 60. I put them in the darkest, coldest place in our house, which for everybody that's different. But for me, that is in our closet, because our bedroom is in the back of the house. It's also the coldest part of the house. And then the closet has almost no natural light exposure whatsoever. So that's where I keep my seeds now, ever since the storage building debacle. And they stay there. And they're just sitting on a dresser like this. And, former OCD perfectionist Liz is kind of shocked I don't have a label that says flowers and vegetables. Because labels do make me happy still. However, I am learning to live with less in regard to, just like the same advice I'm giving you guys, everything does not have to be perfect. And the more we strive for perfection, the more often we're going to be sad or disappointed that we missed, because we're humans and nothing we do is perfect. So I just want to reiterate that it is a myth that your seeds need to be color coded or even really meticulously labeled. Because as I said, I have done that in years past, and I can tell you, any experienced gardener will tell you that by May, or at least June, when you've started your seeds and you've direct sowed and you've done all the things, Maple's scratching herself. Is that a good scratch, buddy? By the time that you've done all those things and you've gotten everything like in the garden, whatever organized seed system you had, it's going to be a hodgepodge, because no matter how well intentioned I have been in the past, I got my 2 seeds out. I'm going to go start my seeds. These come in the house in my back pocket. I come in the house, throw them on my desk. Finally, a few days later, remember to put them in the organizer. And then when I put them in the organizer, I throw them in the organizer. Am I going to go through there and go like A, B, C, D, E and just put them? No, I'm not, because I'm human and I'm living on a whim. I'm between tasks. I'm running in the house and I'm like, let me get these off my desk and get them in their home. It doesn't matter if they're in the right room, but they're in their home, and I just throw them in there and on with my life. And that's what we're all going to do, because we're just fluttering from task to task, and now she's found a toy. So after saying all the things that you don't need, what you do need is you just need a system well enough for you to stick to it. It doesn't have to be gorgeous. It just has to be functional. It doesn't have to be labeled. You just need to know where your stuff is when the time comes. You need to be able to get your container and look through it and be like, do I have any duplicates? What do I need to order this year? Without a spasm. On the topic of organization, that's actually why I created my seed collections, which are on my Etsy shop. And I've never showed you guys these in videos, but like this is my chocolate garden collection. This is how it will come in the mail. Each flower is individually packaged, and I love that. So I definitely used my OCD organization skills on any of my business stuff, because it just helps me function. We've got the Instant Cottage Garden collection and the Moon Garden collection. The Moon Garden collection is actually 8 flowers instead of 6, and each one is individually labeled on the back with what flower it is, which by labeled I mean handwritten. Thank you. I did take the time to do that. So anyways, this is another tip. Like if you're wanting to like start a new spot this year, you could literally buy one collection, and this Moon Garden collection here would likely fill in like an 8x8 area. So it's a great way to like, oh, instead of going through my seeds and I need to order XYZ and what do I want to add this year, The same thing with the Instant Cottage Garden collection is these are all different colors. Moon Garden's all white, Chocolate Garden is brown and reds, and one black. But the Instant Cottage Garden collection is like all different colors, all perennials. Almost every single one of these are perennials because I love a good garden investment better than the next bro. And so, yeah, so I mean, you can just do one order, get this, and you can like totally fill in a naked spot in your garden, or just adding life throughout in a drift, however you want to do it. But anyways, so these I do keep organized because this is how they come in your order. And I like the bundling aspect of it. So when I have bought recently, and I had them this way until today, actually, I started seeds for my new peony bed. I had all the flowers that I started by seed today, I had them bundled with a rubber band just so that I knew. All of these are for this one project I'm doing, and I'm starting them all at the same time. So today I started them, and then I just put them back in my flower bin, all separate, because I have successfully started seeds for that project. So, but prior to that, I had them bundled just like my collections here, so that I didn't misplace one, and my garden can hopefully work out as planned because I didn't forget to start seeds for anything. So anyway, so if you're interested in those collections, they're always over on my Etsy shop, link down in the description below. They're lovely. I don't know if I will be doing any more after I sell all of these. So what I have is what's in stock on the Etsy shop, and that's it. And we'll see. I'll cross that bridge when I get there if I want to extend any of these collections, or maybe even do new ones. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and that you don't burden yourself too much with the pressure of feeling like your system is not good enough, or you don't have a system, or whatever. Because even if you keep seeds in like a manila envelope in the back of your closet, that is totally good enough. That is totally sufficient. What matters is keeping it in a system that works for you, but don't place so much unnecessary stress on yourself with, oh, it's not lovely, oh, it's not in a binder. Like, just don't even worry about trying to be that person, because I bet you that person is functioning at a higher anxiety and stress level than you are if they're trying to maintain that. And so, you know, I'm over here, everything I do lately is just trying to maintain regulation. I have no patience anymore for dysregulation. I'm happy, calm, healthy, and ready to go. So if anything does not vibe with that, it goes. So, and that is excessive organization. Unless it's just necessary, it's just not going to be in my life. Oh, really quickly before we go, wanted to show you. My son got me this for my birthday. I'm too pretty to work. Aw, isn't that nice? I love it. I will never use it. I will never drink out of it. I love how the handle is like so round. It's so cute. But it will stay on my desk as a reminder that I'm too pretty to work, even though I'm sitting here working. That's okay. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you're new to my channel, I just want to tell you really quick that I wrote 2 books about gardening that you might find helpful, and I would love it if you would check them out. I wrote the Cottage Garden Handbook and Nature's Top 25 Healing Plants. Both are currently listed on my Etsy shop as a printable digital download, and soon, maybe now, are on Amazon in print. So check them out if you feel like it.